Portland has had to make some adjustments to its upcoming budget because of COVID-19, and the city is actually projecting a $75 million loss in revenue. So we wanted to know how the city plans to fill some of those gaps. Let's switch to our Jacqueline Abad. She is live with what the mayor is asking for tonight. Jacqueline?
Jennifer, well, with that proposed budget, the city has been able to fill 90% of that $75 million gap, and they plan on doing that with money from reserves. But another way to fill the gap even more, the mayor is asking city bureaus to make some sacrifices.
This budget provides a platform for fiscal stability, but it still elevates equity and inclusion.
But during this pandemic, it's hit us in ways we couldn't have anticipated.
Then the COVID-19 crisis happened, and our financial picture changed suddenly and dramatically.
The city of Portland projecting a $75 million loss in revenue, which is a 13% decrease. That money would come from taxes and things like lodging and business licenses.
The goal here is really to get through the immediate crisis, the immediate economic crisis, the immediate budget crisis, and keep our services and our employment base intact as much as possible.
But closing the financial gap has not been easy. The city has put in wage freezes and furlough requirements for non-represented city employees. And with this proposed budget, the mayor is calling for bureaus to make cuts.
In order to avoid layoffs, I've asked our labor partners to share in the sacrifices that others are already taking. However, if we're unable to reach an agreement, bureaus will be faced with addressing a nearly $9 million general fund gap with layoffs. I'm confident and hopeful that we'll be able to come to an agreement soon.
Also in the proposed budget, Mayor Wheeler plans to preserve funding for the Joint Office of Homeless Services and provide funding for things like critical rent assistance, helping our vulnerable populations.
COVID-19 is exacerbating those inequities. And that's why it's so important for us to be intentional about addressing those inequities. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to fight with everything we've got.
Today, I reached out to PBOT and Parks and Recreation to see if they've had a chance to discuss the budget. Parks and Recreation says that they are waiting to get a clearer financial picture before they make any decisions. There will also be a virtual public hearing if you would like to provide some input on the proposed budget on Tuesday. Reporting live, Jacqueline Abad, KOIN 6 News.
Jacqueline, thank you. Now to